Sean Caswitz here with the New York International Film Festival. I have a bunch of wonderful people on the red carpet from the movie Crumble. Can we start with some names?
I'm Renata Bielkowska, and I was the writer-director of Crumble, and it's a fantastic experience of independent film.
Yes, it is. I was fortunate enough to catch most of the film. Awesome. Can we get your name?
My name is Michelle Berry, and I was the producer.
Wonderful.
One of the two producers, of course, with the lovely David Carges.
David, why don't you step on over?
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, I'm David. I'm one of the producers for Crumble.
And
I'm Keith the Christo, the cinematographer for Crumble.
wonderful.
Martin Hanford, executive producer.
Cool. So we have the whole gang here, and how do you guys feel about the film? I mean, obviously, you're happy to be here. Woo! Yes. And not.
Put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into
I
it.
imagine.
So.
I can imagine.
Yes.
And not to mention the turnout. We had a wonderful turnout.
Yes,
for this film,
we had a great crowd.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be a bit of a riot.
People were fighting to get in.
People were fighting to get in. That's a very good sign for a film.
It is. You know.
As a producer, that just makes you all wet inside and happy.
Yes. Wonderful. You feel like you've got you got your money's worth in a way, right?
Exactly. Well, you'd like to know that people appreciate the work that you're doing.
Yes. Yes.
When you put all that into it, it's really great to have a great, everybody coming out to see it.
Yes.
And that they really are into it, and everyone was laughing, and it's so fun to be able to see it in front of an audience and to get their reactions. As a producer, you're kind of like waiting for everybody to laugh at the right places, and everybody does, and then you're just like, oh my God.
Like, yes.
The baby has been birthed, and it's a beautiful child.
Yes.
She was pregnant while we were shooting it, 8.5 months pregnant.
Wow.
I almost had the baby during the shoot, but I kept going.
Yes, she did. At a bicycle shop in a very weird little room, but we're not going to talk about that, just saying.
So the baby, he's been born into something already, huh? You're gonna tell him about this movie when he's old enough to.
Yeah, he might even remember it.
He might even remember. Yeah.
That'll be his first word that he says is crumble.
I'm going to welcome Rich Rossi onto the red carpet here for a minute. He's director of the New York International Film Festival. How you doing, Rich? Come over here.
You already interviewed Renata there?
Should ask a question or two, huh?
I just wanted to ask.
I'm still here.
Well, we just saw Renata. Did you want to say anything about Crumble that Sean didn't ask?
We're not done yet.
Oh yeah.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
I just want to say I just want to say that I saw them shoot the party scene, and from where it was to where
he was.
I had an opportunity. Renata was
in the movie.
Renata was very nice to put me in the movie. A little scene in there, a little cameo. So I want to thank you. You did a phenomenal job. And there's David.
And I just want to let you know that, Rich, without you, Crumble would not be possible. I mean, your scene was so integral and instrumental to the plot twist, I can't even tell you. Thank you so much, Rich.
David, I got me so nervous I'm beginning to sweat.
Hey now.
So tell us, how did you come about putting this movie together?
Well, I met Renata, and we went and we had lunch together, and I thought that she was an absolutely phenomenal woman, and I was like, I would really love to work with her. And then she gave me the script, and it was kind of funny because I was working in another film that I was producing, and we were doing casting. And it was kind of hilarious because I had the director sitting next to me, and I was reading the script, and the director started getting really jealous. He's like, what are you reading? I'm like, no, I love what I'm doing with you as well. But I'm like, oh my God, I love this script.
Wow.
So, I read the script, I fell in love with it, and I had already fallen in love with her. So, I was like, I'm on board.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, how did you go about getting Stephen Bowers, who's a big star, for doing a little...
Well, why did you ask Renata then?
Renata, how did you go about getting Stephen Bowers involved?
Through one of the filmmakers, Joe Goodavage. He had him in his film The Last Gamble, and Steve just connected with the script. I mean, he's really had, quite a colourful past, and, he's kind of related. So I see him as someone that kind of is like a, like John Travolta brought out, was brought out in Pulp Fiction. I see the potential in Steve to be, rebirthed in some way.
Waiting for that break loose kind of movie. That's great. What were the obstacles you faced as a director on this project?
Investors that didn't come through. What didn't happen, locations that didn't come through. I mean, that's just a movie in the movie. But, the whole thing, and also, obviously, being my first film and just being thrown into the mix, but that's the thing, you take on every challenge. And I had an amazing team. My feelings are mutual to Michelle Berry and the team because they just went in and we did it. We did
really
I just don't want
fantastic.
to ever like say, do not forget the woman was 8.5 months pregnant when she was doing it. Like insane. Like exactly. Like it was insane. It was like, oh my God, are you taking care of yourself? Because we were working so hard, you know. So there's a bunch of women that were on set. So a lot of times it's only men. But there's a bunch of us women that were like kind of doting all over her. Are you eating? Are you okay? Are you? And I'm like, as the producer, I'm like, oh my God, you can't like have, you know, or have any issues with your complicants with your pregnancy on this one, you know?
Your pregnancy has to wait on this one, right?
It was
Now,
funny. At times I get a little nervous.
Let's talk to this wonderful executive producer, yes?
Yes, let's bring Mark in.
Mark. No, don't go away. And David.
Okay, well, I'm the one that brought Martin in.
Mark,
He's a friend of
and
mine.
David, come on over here. So, and Renata? No, come over here, Renata. Come on over.
Martin.
All right.
Oh, he's sweating now.
He
So,
came
Martin,
in and saved the day.
how did you come aboard on this project?
Come in. She told me they had a film that they needed help to finish, so I said, she gave me the script, and I read it, and I said, I will help you, and that's basically what it was. So
You brought the money into the project? Or?
He did bring in some finishing funds that were much needed and much appreciated, most definitely. It was actually
they did all the heavy work, really, believe me.
Now, David and you work well together?
Yeah, we do.
David, what do you have to say about this?
Actually, I hate this guy, and I hope he dies. Just kidding. Look, just kidding. No, this guy is great. This guy's great. We could.
The next one's on or after?
No. This guy is great. He's amazing, and we're just so happy to have him. It's like winning the lottery, to be quite frank. If he had not come on board, we really don't know where the state of this film would have been at this juncture. So we're very, very, very fortunate.
Okay, very good. Now, before we bring Keith in, because I know Keith did the DP on this, I wanted to ask you one quick question. So what's the direction of this film? Are you trying to make it into a 90-minute movie? Are you happy with it as a short, or what's your goal now?
That's for Renata, I think.
Look, you know, if we had interest to make it into a feature, we'd do it. We are a gun of power. And also I've got another feature that I am writing at the moment called Cocor, about two hot messes in New York City, two models, edgy, twisted, everything like that. There is redemption, so that's really what I want to work on.
That's great.
And I got to say that I've really seen and learned a lot from this film.
All right. Keith, let's bring you in over here for a second and ask you a few questions. That's good, right here. So Keith, how did you come about onto this, get involved in this project?
Renata and David came to me at the last minute. They were in need of a DP. Apparently there was some staffing issues that had arose at the last minute, which often does an independent film. Sorry. They struck me as
you're a DP. He's trying to. Our DP is asking you to act.
Thank you. What's the frame line?
Oh, you like this? Okay.
Right on. So they came in, and the first time meeting them was actually pretty spectacular from a creative standpoint. They struck me, although they were first-time directors, or Renata was a first-time director. Normally, there's a lot of apprehension about working with first-timers because for obvious reasons. And I have to tell you, the experience overall was absolutely incredible. It's very collaborative. More collaborative, I think, than some more experienced directors that I've worked with. So I thank Renata for that experience.
Thank you.
And and for her to push everybody creatively into getting us the best looking film we could.
And very importantly, where did you get your hair done? Because we have some people asking tonight.
Actually,
I'm teasing, but where did you get it? He looks good. He looks good.
My girl Cindy actually.
Ah, Cindy. Cherie, get over here for a second. We want to ask you about your part in this.
And I just want to say that Keith did an exceptional job in taking it to the new level.
Oh, very good.
In taking it to a new level of equipment, of professionalism that I think we really needed to make it look as good as what it looks.
Well, I was on the set in the party scene, and you had tracks and everything. It was amazing.
Very amazing. That was Keith.
I thought that would look like a Hollywood production if I've ever seen one. So you did a fantastic job. Oh, it's incredible. Very good stuff. All right. You want to stay with Cherie here? And once you stand over there, Cherie, why don't you come over 1 second?
Yes.
Cherie, you did the opening scene in the Crumble.
Yes.
Fantastic job. And how did you prepare for that role?
It was given to me a couple of days prior, and I thought, oh my God, there's no way I can do this. And then I saw how fantastic this script and this storyline was, and I thought, there's absolutely every which way I have to do this.
And it was the big money that brought you in, is that correct?
Something like that.
Oh, that's great.
But there is a lot of talent. The director was fantastic, and of course, Renata has been fantastic.
Well, you did a fantastic job. We thought that the opening was great. The whole movie was great. So here we are over here at the New York International Film Festival. And Renata, who is a big part of this festival, she's been involved in it for many years as well, right?
Yeah, I've been promoting and working for a lot of independent films for the last 10 years, and I thought it's finally time to actually make my own.
Yeah, so here you are running the festival for many years, or working to keep it together for many years, and now you're a participant. How does that work?
It's beautiful because they know me, so it's a very good experience for good being treated well, and I couldn't have had it any other way. Woohoo! Thank
All
you,
right,
Rich.
you're quite welcome.
Oh, darling. Thank you.
On behalf of the cast and crew of the Crumble movie, Cherie and Rich Rossi saying wish you well. Stuart, thanks for the opportunity for them to be in the movie and for all of us to be a part of the festival. Thank you, Cherie. Oh, we got a couple of questions from our Scott, who's shooting this. Scott, what did you want us to ask? What's your take on indie films?
As a woman who's traveled 38 different cultures, I find that any culture is fantastic, and indie films are upcoming, cutting edge, and a lot of very talented individuals that are really going to change the next 10 years of the filmmaking.
All right, there you have it. Thank you so much, Scott. On behalf of the New York International Film Festival, Cherie and I are bidding you a good day. We'll see you in the movies. Thanks for. All righty, bye-bye.